And the toddler was discovered alone in the back seat of her mother's car.
She would never, ever leave the baby by herself voluntarily.
Her car was found by a passerby who noticed the door open, hazard lights flashing.
We've seized 2 vehicles, one of them being the vehicle of Krista Dittmeyer.
They believe Dittmeyer was forced from the vehicle.
We knew instantly that Krista did not leave that car voluntarily.
The other one being a vehicle we seized in the town of North Conway, or the village of North Conway. I'm not able to disclose the owner of the vehicle or its relationship to the investigation.
The car had been in the parking lot for several hours before it was found.
We are taking your calls live straight out to Elizabeth in Kentucky. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Nancy. I could get on my computer and I could get on one of those satellites and I can look right at my house. I can tell every single car that's in the driveway. I could tell, see the roof of my house. How come they can't take, and when someone goes missing, go back to that time that they went missing, take a satellite shot down at the house?
Are you talking about Google Maps?
No, it's, I don't remember what it was, but the satellite up, from space.
Yes, okay, let's go to Lieutenant Purley about that. There is a way to do that, I believe, Lieutenant Purley. What do you know about that, if anything?
Well, first of all, I want to assure everybody that every resource available to the Conway Police Department has been mobilized to reunite Krista Dittmeyer with her family. That includes the resources of the New Hampshire State Police as well as the State Investigative Forensic Unit. Now, we have done aerial surveillance of the area to include photography. We did a ground search. I think what this caller is talking about is something akin to Google Map or Google Earth. I want everybody to bear in mind the bulk of the time that we're talking about is evening hours. So I think a satellite, if it was positioned over that area, would show darkness. But we certainly haven't ruled anything out. So we are looking at every aspect of the case and
I agree with you,
accessing
Lieutenant.
every resource.
Open for all takers. Any idea? You know what? You're very wise, Lieutenant, because I've seen a lot of police officers, close down. We've tried everything, but maybe there's something else. Maybe, just maybe. Lieutenant Purley, you made me have another idea. It seems to me that there are 2 or more possible crime scenes. One, obviously, the scene of the car, but back at her home, were there any signs of forced entry or was anything disturbed?
Well, nothing has been reported to us to that effect. She has roommates in the Portland area, so it's not like she lived alone with the small child. We have resourced the Portland Police Department as well as the Bridgeton Police Department. So does that
mean, Lieutenant, that there was no forced entry and nothing was disturbed?
That is correct.
Now, did the roommates know what time she left?
We've been in contact with them. They have provided statements to us. But again, those are intimate details in the investigation, Nancy.
Okay.
And as
so
much as I would like to share them with the world, we can't.
Fine. I'm just asking, did they know when she left? I'm not asking you to tell me. I just want to know that do they or do they not know what time she left?
Yes.
They do know. Great, then that's giving you a much, much better timeline. Lieutenant Purley, was anything left behind in her car or at her home, such as her wallet, her pocketbook, or her cell phone?
Well, we have searched the vehicle and seized evidence inside that belongs to her, and of course, that property is not at her home. So I don't know what property you're referring to in her home.
Well, pocketbook, wallet, cell phone, driver's license, identification, all that was in the car?
Well, like I said, I can't be that specific because those would be considered intimate details of the investigation. But we have seized property and we are analyzing it forensically.
We are taking your calls. Take a look at the car of Krista Dittmeyer, just 20 years old, a single mom. When cops get closer, they find the car's not empty. Inside, as her toddler girl, just 14 months old. Tonight, where is Krista?
We are draining a retention pond up in the Cranmore area.
If anyone at all remembers seeing her at any point at all, Just please let us know any detail.